South Shore Clean Cities is one of over 100 Clean Cities coalitions designated by the U.S. Department of Energy. Our goal and mission is to reduce imported oil and promote domestic fuels here in northern Indiana. Strictly, we work on transportation and emission-related types of projects. In 2019, South Shore Clean Cities wrote a successful $1.1 million grant application that assisted 4 of our members through the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's Diesel Emissions Reduction Act, or DERA, grant program. Building and Moving America is a $4.3 million project that uses engine and vehicle replacements to reduce diesel emissions in the goods movement sector in the Northwest Indiana and Chicago region. Being able to assist these local companies with grant funding to improve their operations and reduce their emissions, particularly in areas with high sensitive populations that aren't meeting air quality standards, it benefits everyone.
So here at the Port of Indiana Burns Harbor, we handle about 2.7 million tons of cargo last year. And that cargo comes in by ocean-going ships. We have approximately 28 companies that are doing something with moving cargo, and traditionally that's been done with diesel-powered equipment. And so what we've been trying to do is upgrade the equipment. The newer engines are much more eco-friendly. And then we're also trying to go to electric as much as we can. That's what we'd really like to try and do throughout the port, through all these different companies, and we're working with them to try and make that happen, and South Shore Clean Cities is always there, right there with us to help in that regard as well.
We started pursuing compressed natural gas in 2010. At that time, the price of diesel was fluctuating a lot, and the price of natural gas had been pretty consistent. It also goes along with one of our core values. One of our core values is stewardship. We feel that we're stewards of our environment, and that's why we've gotten heavily involved in recycling and natural gas. We believe we're responsible for the environment, and so for us to be able to supply a truck that runs on a cleaner burning fuel follows one of our core values.
I do think people would be surprised that we're involved in sustainable transportation. Sustainability is important because it's pretty much the future of construction. We've been seeing more and more green projects going on, and both for our employees and also for the company's sake, we want to be busy and we want to protect the environment. Around 2012, when we started coming out of the recession, we were looking to buy some new trucks, and we were trying to be sustainable in what we were looking at, and that's when we started looking at clean diesel.
Wendella Tours and Cruises is a fleet of passenger vessels that operates on the Chicago River and Lake Michigan. We perform everything from architecture tours, we act as a private event venue, and we also own and operate the Chicago Water Taxi, which is a fleet of ferries that shuttle people along the Chicago River to various destinations and neighborhoods throughout the city. It is important to Wendella to reduce emissions because it is consistent with the company's sustainability efforts. Wendella has made the decision, the conscious decision, to be a better neighbor and a better citizen in the city of Chicago by focusing primarily not just on safety and security, but by operating in the most sustainable methods possible. That includes everything from idle reduction to taking advantage of new and improved technologies, such as frequent repowers of our vessels. We most likely would not have been able to make these improvements without the DERA grants, mainly because we are private transportation, we are non-subsidized. So it's incredibly difficult for the Chicago Water Taxi fleet to compete with different subsidized modes of transit. South Shore Clean Cities was our grant sponsor. They wrote the grant, they assisted with managing the grant. It was a very smooth process. It honestly didn't take much of our time. They were very thorough, very informative, and we were very confident moving through the grant management process with South Shore Clean Cities.
I would recommend South Shore Clean Cities. They were great to work with. We've used them before, and they've always been easy to work with.
South Shore Clean Cities was pretty much a one-stop shop for us. They did virtually all the paperwork, helped us every step of the way through the process, and quite frankly made it very simple on Welsch Ready mix.
I find working with South Shore Clean Cities to be a real pleasure. They are so helpful in terms of making life easy for you as an organization. The challenge with a lot of environmental issues is finding the time to tackle it properly. And South Shore Clean Cities is always there to help. South Shore Clean Cities makes it so easy that it really takes up very little additional time, and I find them to be an absolutely wonderful resource.
South Shore Clean Cities is proud to lead the Building and Moving America project with our partners. We hope others will follow their example and adopt sustainable transportation options whenever possible.